All right, welcome to our second video, Easy Spin software setup. The first thing we're going to do is get a download of Java. If you already have Java on your machine, you don't have to do this, but if you don't, this is what you need to do. Just download the latest version for the operating system that you're on. So we got the installer downloaded there, and we're going to do the installation. This takes a couple seconds here. So we're still doing the download. Then we'll be switching over to the install. So what we're going to do after this, you'll see, is we're going to download SpinCAD Designer, which is an amazing piece of software done by Digital Larry. We'll get that off GitHub, and that relies on Java, which is why we're taking the time to download Java here and get it installed. So we're almost done our Java install there. There, we're good to go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go and download SpinCAD Designer from GitHub. So you can just put this in the search bar, as you can see here, and you'll see releases on the right-hand side here, and we're going to get release 1032, which is the latest one from July 19th, 2022. So it's a super quick download, you can see there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little file organization to keep things organized while we work. So, and you can organize it any way you like. This is kind of what I've been doing. So, but whatever you like to do is fine. We're going to make a folder called Easy Spin in your Documents folder, and we're going to stick SpinCAD Designer in there. Then we're going to make 2 additional folders, because as you'll see coming up, we're going to download some demo programs from the download section on audiofab.com. So we're going to download some distortion algorithms and some test programs. And so we're making folders for those. So back over here to the download section on audiofab.com. We'll download the test programs, and then we'll download distortion algorithms. And those are both zip archives, so we'll have to take those apart and get the files out of them. So we're just going to open them up, and you'll see the test programs come with a doc there that explains them. So that's a recommended reading if you're going to use that. The test programs are primarily intended for people who are building their own pedal, just to try it out. The distortion algorithms are something we did for fun. Can you make a distortion pedal with the FE1? Seems like, but if you have any feedback to help us make it better, we'd certainly love to hear about it. Now we're going to download one other piece of code, which is awesome. Don Stavely did an incredible spring reverb. And so we're just going to download that from this great archive that's maintained on GitHub of FE1 programs. And this is actually in SpinAsm, so it's actually an actual assembly file. So that you can see is downloaded, and that is actually coming along as part of our test programs, as you'll see. So we're basically set up to go now. So what we're going to do here is just show you where we are. So we're in the Documents folder, Easy Spin. You can see that's everything we've set up, all good to go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run the FE1 program and just give a quick demo. So one thing the FE1 programmer can do is load JSON files that store assembly language programs. So it's kind of like a SpinCAD bank, but we just chose to do it in JSON. And you can see we have all of our distortion algorithms here that were created in SpinCAD. Then here's our test programs. So we can just load this up as an example. Again, you can see we're on the spring reverb there. This is pass-through, output 0. So this is just a bunch of stuff to test out your pedal. And the last program is that amazing spring reverb. That's a great test because it uses, I think, every last instruction. So it's a great stress test. What we're going to do now is just check out SpinCAD, make sure it works, and it sure does here. And we're going to load up some banks so you can see. So we provide the banks for the distortion algorithms. So if you want to modify them and have some fun, knock yourself out. And this is basically just what you saw in the FE1 programmer software, except this is the SpinCAD representation of it. Now we're going to open up the test program just to show you what's in there. And again, we have like output zeros and pass through and just a bunch of kind of typical tests, and then some stress tests. And there's no patch 7 because that's the spring reverb that we mentioned earlier. Now, just to give you a quick taste of what's going to come up in the next video, we'll show you what you can do with FE1 Programmer. It has a built-in assembler. So the idea here is that you can drag and drop assembly code onto it, and it will actually just take it and assemble it, right? So there you go, drag and drop the spring reverb on there. That is assembled and ready to program. In SpinCAD, as you'll see here, that's what we're going to do next. We're going to demonstrate how you can take assembly from SpinCAD, and you can save it to disk, but it's really just as easy to just open a bank. So we'll do the test programs here, And then you can see over here on the file menu there, see we just went by save. There we go. See copy ASM to clipboard. So that assembly code is on the clipboard. Now you just need to do a Control T if you're on Windows terminal, Control C otherwise. And you can see we can rapidly copy patches and paste them in. And those are assembled just as they're pasted in, they're just immediately assembled using ASFV1, which is another piece of awesome software right there. So yeah, that's just an example. Now we can save this as a JSON file, and it's going to save it in the default directory where FV1 Programmer started running, and we'll show you that in a second here. So as we go look at the folder here, you'll see there's myprograms.json, but we'll come back here and show you where we are. There's EasySpin, there's myprograms.json. So you can move that into another folder if you want, and then you can open it from that folder later. So that is our quick demo. The next video, we're going to show you how to actually program the pedal and get all the pieces you need for that, which is pretty straightforward. So thanks for watching.